The day before Bubba Wallace finished second at New Hampshire, someone pointed out to him that he had led laps in 5 of the last 6 races. His response was that the moment he starts believing in that, he will speed on pit road and take the whole team out. That is not a man riding momentum. That is a man who has decided that the problem with the number 23 car is him, and he said so out loud, publicly, before the race even started. Wallace stated plainly that everything the team needs is already there, that the cars are fast, and that he is the one holding 2311 Racing back. He put the entire weight of a disappointing season on himself while sitting 14th in the standings and 70 points clear of the cut line. Then he went out on Sunday and finished second. Here is what makes that result strange. Wallace ran the Dollar Tree 301 on a day that started on wet weather tyres after morning rain soaked the mile oval at Loudon. He led laps, he came off pit road first during a stage break, he fought Josh Berry for the lead with both drivers putting the bumper to each other, and he closed on Ryan Blaney in the final run on fresher rubber. He locked up his tyres with 4 laps to go and lost a couple of tenths, and he crossed the line 0.586 seconds behind. Second place, his best result in a long stretch. And this is how he described the car afterwards. "Yeah, that's the thing I kind of hate about this place. Last time we ran good. One of the worst driving cars we ever started. The worst driving car we had this year, and I finished second. Just been saying it all week long. I think I finally know. Throw out the field I'm chasing, which is hard to go as a race car driver, searching for the right front. It's not really ever there. We fought, man. Had a nice day just by myself regrouping. Got the head right. I knew I had to fight all day. That's what it takes. Where it starts is with this 23 team. Man, they pushed me to be the absolute best. I fail them a lot, but they stick behind me. It's super cool." Read that last part again. He fails them a lot, but they stick behind him. That is a driver who has just delivered a runner-up finish in a car he says was the worst handling machine he has had all season, and his instinct is still to apologize. This is not a one-off. 2 weeks earlier at Iowa, he qualified 26th and tore into himself on camera in language that made headlines, again refusing to blame anything except his own driving. The pattern has been consistent for a month. So, how did the season get here? Look at how it started. Tyler Reddick opened 2026 by winning the first 3 races, becoming the first driver in the history of the Cup Series to do that, and putting 2311 Racing alongside only 2 organizations in history that have swept the opening 3 events. Wallace was right there with him, sitting second in the championship standings, having come close to winning at Atlanta before getting pushed wide in overtime and dropping to 8th. He was gracious about his teammate at the time, saying that Reddick had been driving out of his mind and that he could not be more proud of the turnaround, adding that he wished it had been his own team doing it. Then it unraveled. By the Coca-Cola 600 in late May, he had slid from second to 10th. Through early June, he had 6 top 10 finishes, but only 1 top 5, an average finish of roughly 18.5, and a 4-race stretch where he did not finish better than 20th, scoring just 34 points across 3 points races. Qualifying problems, speeding penalties, and a run of plain bad luck turned a driver who looked like a lock for the postseason into someone watching the cut line. He is now 14th after New Hampshire, 371 points behind Denny Hamlin with 1 race left before the reset, and he is effectively safe for the chase. But he is still searching for his first victory of the season. And that is where the real pressure sits, because the ground is shifting underneath him. Wallace is in an option year for 2027. Reports through the season have consistently indicated that both the team and his own camp expect him back, and there is a strong argument that replacing him would make no sense whatsoever. He has been with the organization since it was founded in 2021. He delivered the team its first ever win at Talladega that year. He won again at Kansas in 2022 and then broke a 100-race drought by winning the Brickyard 400 last season, becoming the first black driver ever to win at Indianapolis. That is the entire foundational history of this race team, and he is in every chapter of it. But Reddick has already signed an extension and sits 4th in the standings, and 2311 has confirmed Corey Heim as a full-time driver for 2027. Haim has won twice this year on a part-time schedule, including the Brickyard 400, which is the exact race that broke Wallace's drought 12 months earlier. So, the team that was built around Bubba Wallace goes to 3 cars next season, and the third seat belongs to a driver who has been more efficient at winning races in a handful of starts than Wallace has been in a full campaign. That does not threaten his job, it does something more uncomfortable than that. It changes what his job has to look like in order to feel like enough. Which brings the New Hampshire result into focus. The chase field resets before Darlington on September 6th, and the entire 10-race run is on ovals with no road courses anywhere in it. Wallace will start deep in the seeding order and needs the exact kind of afternoon he had on Sunday, fighting a difficult car, staying out of trouble, and grinding a top 2 out of a day that did not deserve one. He said it himself, that he had to fight all day, and that is what it takes. Before any of that, there is Daytona this Saturday night to close out the regular season. That matters for a driver whose career has been defined by super speedways. His first win came at Talladega, and he has come agonizingly close at Daytona more than once. If he is going to break through this season, the drafting tracks have always been where it happens. The strangest part of all of this is that Wallace may be the only person in the garage who thinks Wallace is the problem. He led laps in 5 of the last 6 races. He finished second in a car he could barely drive. He is heading to the postseason. But the 2026 season has taken enough away from him that he has stopped trusting anything good. And the moment he was handed evidence of his own form, his first instinct was to warn everyone not to believe it. So what do you think? Is Bubba Wallace being too hard on himself, or is that exactly the mentality that finally gets him a win before the chase? And does adding Corey Haim as a third full-time driver next season raise the pressure on the 23 car, or take it off? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe for more NASCAR news. I'll catch you in the next one.